Supercell announced the first ever balance changes for hero equipment. Some people, actually a lot of people, are very angry, saying they should be refunded for the equipments that are being nerfed, that they've already upgraded, that they feel they should be refunded for that. And other people are like, yeah, this is kind of long overdue. We're going to talk about all that here today. Should you get refunds? Should you be angry? We're going to look at some of your guys' comments, react to them, and talk about it all here in today's video. Now, just for the record, I'm kind of okay with these balance changes, and no, Supercell doesn't pay me to say that. I'm sure there's going to be some homer down there in the comment. Supercell paid him to make this video. They told him to make this video. No, the balance for heroes is long overdue. Not here at Town Hall 16 with just equipment, but heroes have been OP for a long time. Town Hall 14 meta where dragons would just gut some of the base and heroes would take out 40% of the base. It was insane. Heroes have been OP for a long time. As you see here, I have most of my hero equipment maxed out, except for the rocket spear. I just need a little bit more starry ore. I've spent probably more money than most of the viewers on hero equipment. Not saying I'm better than you or anything like that, but I'm saying I should have a reason if I'm going to be mad. I have just as much reason as anyone to be mad, as I've spent a few $100s, if not more than a few $100s, on upgrading hero equipment, but I'm okay with it, and this is why. The main reason? Wars. As you see here, we're, 8-9 hours into war day here, and this clan has already perfected all of our bases. It was a late war for us, so our guys are getting going here, but we have to match that to go ahead and get a draw, not even win this war. All the hopes for a win is already out the window. And taking a look at our Warlog, it's more of the same. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8. 7 out of the last 8 wars were perfect. Actually, 8 out of the last 9 wars were perfect, and if we go to 10, 8 out of the last 10 wars were perfect for us, and out of those, we have, 3 draws, 4 draws, and we lost 1 war because we did not get a perfect war. That's not reasonable. That's not reasonable, and I know that some people were saying, well, they should be just buffing these defenses and not worrying about the heroes' equipment. Well, if you buff the defenses, and then the troops are less useful, and then you have to rely on the heroes, then it just puts more emphasis on the hero equipment. It's a balancing thing. It's a big balancing thing. You can't just keep nerfing troops and spells, which we are actually getting some nerfs to those. We'll talk about all that here soon, but you have to have balance throughout the game. And I understand the frustrations, because ores are so tough to get. Even here in Legends League, we only get 1,000 shiny, 54 glowy ore, and even in this war that we just did and we already got perfected, like, I'm only going to get 12 starry ore. That's what I need. It's so hard to get the ores here. Ooh, nice triple. Let's go. It's so hard to get the ores, so I completely understand the frustration, but at the same time, the game needs to be balanced, and the heroes are a big culprit for that. I know a lot of people have blamed, like, the Root Riders and the Root Riders that have been nerfed 3 times now, and even Overgrowth spells, which is actually getting nerfed as well. But if you look at the bigger picture, the heroes are a big problem with this. And let's talk about some of these balance changes. Huge shout out to Clash Ninja for this graphic that I'm stealing from them. Great guy over there at Clash Ninja. But let's take a look, and this is why people are mad. The Giant Gauntlet is getting all kinds of nerfs. It's getting 3 nerfs. The self-healing, the DPS, and the incoming damage reduction all getting nerfed. But here's the thing. The damage reduction is only 5% at max level, which still sucks. But the DPS, 11% at max level, and the self-healing only 9% at the max level. It's not overly significant. It's like they're not like they're nerfing it into the ground. And another thing, like, I think a lot of this is a knee-jerk reaction. We haven't tried this yet, guys. We don't know how this is going to be. The spiky ball gets a pretty big nerf. The frozen arrow, I saw a lot of people upset about the frozen arrow. I understand it, but it's still 65% frost percent, which is still pretty significant. It's still going to slow down things. The Eternal Tome, I kind of agree with you guys. Eternal Tome, 9.5 seconds down to 8 seconds feels a little bit drastic. Maybe 9.5 seconds down to 8.5 seconds. But I also hope that if it's too, like, not useful, that maybe it'll get buffed back in the future. 16% is pretty drastic there. Oh man, Eternal Tome is crazy, but for me, the Healing Tome, man, I love the Healing Tome a lot, but also the Healing Tome is very broken. If you see attacks where the troops are just getting healed after that, it's 25 seconds of healing down to 20 seconds. I feel like that's reasonable. The hog puppets, I don't know, man. It feels drastic, but again, we haven't got our hands on it. Haste Val, much needed. I mean, a Haste Val hog puppet is what everyone uses on the World Champion. That means that it needs nerfed. I mean, I get it. It definitely needs nerfed. I don't know, guys. I'm torn on this. But let's talk about some of the buffs also here. Earthquake Boots, both the puppets for the King and Queen, both getting buffs in there. Also, the Life Gem for the Warden getting a buff, which I don't see that really being significant. And then the World Champion's Rocket Spear. Actually, that does seem pretty significant from 8 to 10 on the Rocket Spear. You can see that's the last equipment I have to max out because, well, I just don't use it. I think out of these, like, Earthquake Boots could be pretty significant. And the Barbarian and Archer puppets, those could be interesting. But the bigger picture here is, should we be refunded because they nerfed hero equipment that we're using? Because they nerfed all of this, you're not going to like this answer. No, I don't think that we should be refunded. It would be cool to have like a one-time use item. I think Eric talked about this, like a magic item, one-time use that you can use on one magic item and just reset it. But let's be real with ourselves. Are any of these changes going to make you not use them over what's being buffed here? Earthquake Boots I could see maybe being used a little bit, but I think Giant Gauntlet's still going to be very, very good. I think Frozen Arrow's still going to be very good, just looking through here. Rocket Spear, even some of the puppets I'm kind of curious about, but again, we haven't tested this stuff, so I'm on the fence about it. I'm trying to remain optimistic. The game is definitely due for balance. I mean, if we take a look here and even look at my Legends Day, like, it's just easy 320, you know, and like, luckily it's early Legends, but late Legends, I was getting plus 320, minus 320. You can see on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, the screenshots of that. It's just a crapshoot in Legends. So that's why I'm kind of okay with these nerfs, just because I think the game needs a little bit of balance around. We've talked about, you know, how easy it is, and people have complained how easy the game is. This will kind of bring that down just a little bit. I do love 3-starring. Don't get me wrong, I love being able to 3-star. In this war, I 6-packed. You know, we 6-packed out here. I love being able to 3-star, but at the same time, it's also nice when 3 stars feel rewarding. I don't know, just my takes on it. Let me go in, let's pull up some of your guys' comments from yesterday's video and the poll that I did. Let's talk about the poll, and let me just react to some of your guys' comments. I don't know. Should you guys be mad? I guess that's the question. I understand the frustrations, but it's also the same time, like the last time, like the first time that Walls got a cost reduction, people were like, I should get a refund for all the work I put into Walls. It's just not how it works. It's not how it works, guys. Let's take a look at your guys' comments. So I posted this poll yesterday asking your guys' thoughts on the balance changes. 22% of people said I liked them, they were needed. 18% says undecided, which honestly, that's probably the right answer. We haven't tried them yet. A lot of the reactions are knee-jerk reactions. 57% of the 1.4K votes, I hate it, I spent a lot of ores on it. And 3%, I hate it, going to be too hard. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. But this is what I was talking about. A lot of people kind of just mad in here and angry, but let's take a look at some of these comments. All right, so let's go in. Knee-jerk reactions to some of your guys' comments here. They could have just buffed defenses instead. I like Barb and Archer puppet buff though. Well, that is kind of like what I was talking about. Like, it's just not the same of buffing the defenses. The heroes are just too OP. They're still going to be pretty OP in my opinion. Hey, heroes will single-handedly win or lose you the raid. And that's like, when people are like, how do I 3-star in war without heroes? It's just really hard to do that. Let's see what some of the replies here say. It's not the same if you buff defense match hero abilities and make troops even more useless. Yeah, exactly. I think I was saying that exact thing earlier. Maybe I read Seatter's comment earlier and it was on my mind. He meant we should bring back to what the damage was a few months ago. Yeah, but the thing is here is it's exactly what Seatter said, is you're trying to match that hero balance with the troop balance so that all the troops, all the heroes are kind of like equally useful. You don't want the attack just relying only on heroes, which we've seen in the past. If you balance game around max equipment, it would be a massive disadvantage to people using lower level equipment. People just type without reason. Now for real, because I did spend money just for them to nerf everything is BS. I get that, but like if you go out and you buy a TV and then, like, you know, the next week it goes on sale or something, most of the time you're not going to be able to get that money back. It's that type of deal. Well, I guess sometimes you can. I guess sometimes you can get a refund. Maybe we need that magic item. It would break the balance of the game. I agree completely. Let's keep going here. I have all my equipment max. I don't have a problem with the balance changes for them. However, they do need a way to players to test equipment similarly for what we have for super troops. I don't mind that, because right now, like, you're kind of just going in blind with hero equipment. You're just going in and, like, you have to rely on what someone like me says, or really, like, there's no way to know. You just have to see what other players are using and just kind of make your best judgment on that. So I don't mind that. The thing I don't like is Hog Puppet Eternal Tome nerfs. Seems like it's done in bad faith. Gauntlet needs a nerf. Frozen Arrows 50/50 Valks are way too spammable, but nerfing old equipment to get more money from people. Okay, but, like, here's the money argument is, it's just not valid, because you can max out the equipment you use without spending any money. I know people like to say, like, the money thing. The Hog Puppet and Eternal Tome did feel the most drastic to me. Let's see what the replies here say. Agree, I invested a lot recently in the Hog Puppet with its current stats, but it's also like, so the hero equipment is so broken, that's why you're using, like, there's a reason we're all using this hero equipment, because it's so good, it's so strong. The Hog Puppet is borderline broken with the level 13 hogs. Yeah. Lutz says, I like that nerf. I always felt like RC was too broken. With Hog Puppet as a 6k Town Hall 16 push, I want the game to be harder. Should not just drop RC anywhere and get value easily. Yeah, kind of agree with that. They were needed, but it's still sad. I feel like this is the right attitude. I like this comment here. The nerfs were definitely needed. Some of the buffs were needed, but it still sucks that it's happening. The buffs were needed, nerfs maybe, although Hog Puppet is way overboard. That being said, my biggest problem with the nerfs, for example, Giant Golem has been out since December, overpowered the whole time. They waited 9-10 months, and everyone spent money grinding it. Yeah, okay, so, like, it's a snake move, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get that, but also, it's not like they're nerfing Giant Gauntlet into the ground. It's not like they're nerfing any of these into the ground. I mean, you could argue Eternal Tome and Hog Puppet, that's a little bit tough. But again, we haven't tried it, so we don't know. These are still going to be usable. It's not like we're not going to be able to use these equipments, in my opinion. Absolutely necessary when the game was easy. People cried spam endlessly, mindlessly. Easy for me to say. Now the nerfs happen, they're crying again. Yeah, it's like a lose-lose situation, man. It really is. It's like lose-lose. People say the game's too easy. We get nerfs. People complain that they're nerfed too much. It's just really a lose-lose. Balance changes is not bad. Just give the option for a refund. I wouldn't mind a one-time, like, one equipment refund. I'm okay with that. Peacekeeper said, when tested, we could give a better answer, but the changes had to be expected, seeing how the attacks go. Agreed. I like that one. Peacekeeper, one of my mods. Appreciate you. Ores, bro. So precious. Waste time putting them into that, what I thought was best. Okay, but, like, you don't know that what you put your ores into aren't gonna work. See, I feel like it's a lot of knee-jerk reaction. We haven't tested this stuff, guys. We haven't tried it. Thanks, Supercell, once again. I'm punished for hard work. Then again, I couldn't expect less. But how are you punished? Oh, you guys are so dramatic, guys. You guys are so dramatic. I feel like Hog Puppet will be the only major nerf equipment. Other difference, I don't seem to be too bad. Maybe I just put a refunds resource thing. Yeah, I don't think we need I don't even think there, because you'll get the ores eventually. You'll be able to max them out. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. At least reset the ores from existing equipment back to level 15 so players can reallocate the ores. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. Like, whatever town hall level you are, like, kind of just reset them to a certain level, and then you can reallocate those ores. Then again, like, at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like you're gonna get there. I don't know. If they make legendary abilities weak, so help me. Epics? I don't know. Nerf has always been a thing in Clash of Clans. It doesn't bother me. I've invested my ores as free to play. Almost everything maxed out. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing also. Like, it's not like this is something new. It's part of any game. Balancing changes are part of any good game. That's why we love Clash of Clans, because the team puts in these thoughts and these efforts to balance the game so that it's still fun for us. If the game continues to be too easy, people are going to lose interest. I'm already seeing people losing interest because, as I believe it was Hammer in my clan said, you put down the overgrowth and the last overgrowth and you walk away, you come back to a 3-star. Literally, there was a meme of me on stream not too long ago. I literally put in the troops, walked away, went to the bathroom, came back, 3-starred. That's not healthy for the game. That's not healthy for the game. These balance changes are necessary. I understand your frustrations, but it is all necessary for the longevity of this game that we love. Oh boy. I think the community's over. Actually, these comments are actually not bad. I thought these comments were way worse. I didn't look at most of them, but I thought the comments not too bad. Companies overreacting to the nerfs. They're definitely, for most abilities, not going to be so much of an impact, but heavier nerfs soon. I don't know if we'll get heavier nerfs. I don't know. I think besides World Champion nerf, it was good, made the game balanced. That one's too much. I mean, the World Champion equipment, Haste Vial, Hog Puppet, everyone uses it. It's like the go-to, and I don't think that's what Supercell intends with the hero equipment. I think they want you trying different stuff. Game role needs to be offense nerfs and defense buffs, so I'll say good. Actually, you guys actually are really positive. Nerfs were overdue. Way too positive. I can't handle this. Where's all the trolls at? Game's too unbalanced. Maybe on the video yesterday. It's funny how people claim the equipment is too strong. They nerfed them. Now they're complaining it's being nerfed. Maybe we should go to the video. I don't agree with Hawk Puppet -2 levels. Terrible. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. They're needed. Reducing things I already get hate for. They want to make heroes weaker, so I can't be mad about the ore. I mean, heroes need to be weaker. It's been hero meta for a long time. They were needed 2 months ago. I understand that. Let's go check out the video comments. I feel like that's where a lot of the angry comments are. All right, let's check out the video comments. Now, we don't get as much comments as we used to. You know, numbers are down, but that's okay. We still got comments in here. These are sorted by top comments. Chris says, spawn archers are extra targets for defenses, not extra damage. So the buff seems to not understand how the archer puppet works. If you want people using archer puppet, give spawned archers a brief immortality so they don't die to a giant bomb. Honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, I still don't think we're going to see the puppets being used a ton. I feel like the other equipment's going to outweigh it, but I wouldn't mind that. Just like, kind of like how what is it, the magic mirror, the queen goes 1 second invisible. Just give the archers a half second of invincibility. Make ore an absolute task to farm for months, and now they nerf the equipment that most players are using. It's not an absolute task. It just takes a little bit. It's not like it's hard. It's just you war and you do your daily attacks. It's not like it's hard to farm it. It just takes time. COC now is like, give OP stats to everything we introduce, and we nerf to the ground after spending their spend their earning on upgrading those. I don't think that's accurate. If you follow Clash Clans for any length of time, balance changes come. This is the first round. I feel like they were on the fence about balancing hero equipment for this exact reason. The knee-jerk reaction from the community. Robert Fierce, so where's my ore refund? Gives reset potion for every piece of equipment that refunds all ore back. I didn't waste 1 year of my life to yoink away my hard work. High win rate on low town halls. What the hell do they think would happen to try to trick you to spend money? But what I don't get. How are they trying to trick you into spending money? Because you can farm all this for free. You can literally max this all for free. If you choose to spend your money, that's on you. There's never anything that says, hey, go spend your money. And even then, you're not even spending money. You're spending gems, which you can get in-game for free. As a free-to-play player, you can get enough gems for upgrades for free. I don't know. I understand people's frustrations. I understand where it's coming from. A lot of people are frustrated. They feel like they've upgraded a lot of this stuff, and now they feel it's going to be useless rather. But at the same time, again, we haven't tested it, and I don't think some of these. I think some of the nerfs are a little bit dramatic, but I think people are still going to be using Giant Gauntlet. I don't know. Maybe this is the worst balance update for the beginning of September. Nerfing of selected common and epic equipments. Okay, nerfing your Eternal Tum is just BS. Yeah, that one was a little bit harsh. Problem is the same thing that happened in Clash Clans, just like they release OP equipments. Enough people spend ores and money on them. Spend ores and money on them. They will nerf them and release new OP equipments. Oh boy. If we'd like to prevent it from happening, we should not spend any money on shop offers containing ores. Yeah, but again, you can max your equipment without spending any money on ores. I literally nerfed every equipment I used. I think I replied to this one. There's a reason you're using them. They're all good. But yeah, I feel the same way. I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys kind of get the tone here. I understand your guys' frustrations, but at the same time, the game needed these balance changes. The heroes are so strong in the game. We'll see how it affects everything. I mean, if you look at the hero equipment I'm using, everything but the queen, everything but my queen equipment is getting nerfed. We'll see how it goes. It's not out yet. We don't know. I'm more concerned, honestly, about the overgrowth and Valkyries and Druids being nerfed because I'm a dirty Root Rider spammer, and if that attack's not going to work, I'm going to actually have to practice and learn a new attack. That's what I'm more concerned about. Let me know your guys' feedback down there in the comment section. I understand the frustration. Should Supercell give us a refund? I don't mind the idea where you reset it to a certain level and then you can upgrade some, but also you'll get them maxed out, guys. You'll get them maxed out. You'll be fine. You'll get them there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I feel like we're gonna lose subs on this one. I feel like a lot of you guys are not gonna enjoy this video. Well, if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.